Governor, so a lot of people have been asking, there's a lot of questions on social media about schools. Obviously, we're right at the start of the school season. How is this affecting, with your experience, how does this affect school children, right? Both in public and private schools. Their schools are perhaps flooded. Obviously, universities going back to campus. What does this disruption cause to families who have children as they deal with this? What happens? Where do they go?
In Louisiana, families simply relocated. Wherever they relocated, they enrolled their children into the local schools. Of course, that puts extra pressure on schools in other places, but accommodations were made. It was amazing to see how the accommodations were made. You have to realize that your teaching workforce also is in disarray. Many of them will have lost their homes. And it's going to be a good while before all of that gets settled. But it is important to try to stabilize your children. Right. I'm a mother of 6 children myself, and we never had to go through this, but I was watching and certainly empathizing with all of the families from Louisiana who did live through this experience. And it's very challenging, but the best thing that families can do is to help keep their children stabilized. And putting them in school, wherever you are, is part of a good thing to do to keep that stability.
Governor, there are reports that Port Arthur, we're talking about Port Arthur, Texas, is completely underwater. Some officials saying that county resources cannot get to people because of the flooding there. But the mayor says that they are coming. I'm curious about your reaction to that, because Port Arthur is right there on the border with Louisiana and East Texas on the Gulf. Well,
I'm sure that they are extremely upset because this is a moving system. We've not seen this kind of activity from a hurricane before, where it simply stalls out and then moves backwards and comes back in. It's just putting every kind of challenge one can imagine. Something else that people may experience is a failure of the basic infrastructure
exactly.
Sewage and drainage and water systems. Could be the weight of all this water could be breaking Governor, some of the systems.
Thank you so much for being here, Governor Kathleen Blanco.